afternoon, Iron King Nation, Kingston, Ontario, and all the fine people in this awesome province. I would like to introduce the Iron King's first ever podcast and live broadcasting on the Facebook page as well as YouTube. So the reason I started this is our goal is to inspire, change, and create a fun environment and to help the fitness family grow. As a former amputee, brotherhood and sisterhood is everything to me, and it saved my mind, it saved my body, and it saved my life. So I created Iron King to give back to the community, and thanks to everybody out there. I'm accomplishing my mission, and one of those people helping this mission is Greg Moss, who I'd like to introduce. He's been in the fitness community of Kingston for 10 years.
We have pretend fitness for.
Oh, hold on. We have our first technical error because I have the mic set up on me. I'm Greg. Hold on 2 seconds. Wrong things. Right here. This here. So back to introducing Greg Moss. Sorry about that. He's a leader, he's a trainer here, and he's been in the community therapy for 10 years. And I'll let you take over, Greg Moss.
Yeah, thanks for having me for sure.
And so, introduction to our topics are, we're going to talk about food, fitness, gyms we'd like to go to, and also gym facilities in Afghanistan to ensure how and share to you how lucky we are to be in Canada. So, would you like to say anything to the people?
Thank you, George, for doing the first one.
Awesome.
It's exciting. Yeah, we got to
Yeah, I know, right? It's really cool. So, I hope you guys are all enjoying. If you have any issues with the Facebook page, let me know. I'm going to read this real quick, make sure we're live. We good? We're still. Just keep going. There we go. This is up and running. That's up and running. We're live. Awesome. So,
good to go.
Good to go. So, the first question. How do I get started on the Zone Diet, and what is a Zone Diet?
Yeah, sure. So Zone Diet is a system. There are lots of systems out there. It's a system I personally use. It's the one I use for my clients. It is created by Dr. Barry Sears. It is basically a way of putting a metric to your nutrition and making sure that your macronutrients are hitting a really good balance. You see a lot of people going really heavy on carbs or really heavy on protein. Carbs are more of the issue for sure. Carbohydrates where you get into some of the metabolic issues for sure. And so what the zone's going to do is going to give you really good 30% protein, 40% carbs, and 30% fat, making sure that those percentages, that's basically your caloric intake, is nicely divided between those three macronutrients. So it's a system. And it's a system of putting a metric to what it is that's important. Because I picked up a really great quote, and I really love it, saying, what gets measured gets managed. And if you know what's going in, you have a value to that, then you can then tweak those values to tweak your output, your performance. So, briefly, that's what it is. It's a system. Food management system.
Okay, so I heard a lot, 3 categories there. Carbohydrates, can you elaborate on?
Yeah, protein and fats.
Yeah, so why are we breaking down into carbohydrates, proteins, and fats?
Those are macronutrients, so those are the things that we're going to be getting from, right? So that's what we need for macros. And yeah, so the system uses blocks, right? And so if you've seen any of the posts or anything like that, I talk about blocks and the photos that we put up. Talk about the 4-block keto, or this is 2 blocks, or this takes this much broccoli to hit a block. Block is basically just the unit that the system uses. So 1 block is going to be 7 grams of protein, 9 grams of carbohydrate, and 3 grams of fat. Unless your protein has fat in it, which most does, then you're adding about 1.5 grams of fat. But the 3 is still going to be part of that protein. So that's having a block system then allows you to know how to build your meal. So if you look at the person's athletic capacity or goals, you look at their body type, their gender, and then you start breaking it down. So you're giving them how many blocks a day you want them to hit, and then how do you want them to hit those in terms of their meals and their snacks. So it's the building block of a meal.
And I was just going to ask, how do we choose appropriate blocks? So, like in your video you had last Sunday, broccoli would have been 2 cups of broccoli versus the 3 apricots.
Yeah.
So, for an individual who's traveling, working out a lot, where do they find out what the carbohydrates, what the protein, what the fats equivalents are, so they can appropriately block their meals full time?
Yeah, perfect. So when I'm working with clients, usually what I do that is I give them a plan first. That's really set out. And then the next stage is exactly that. It's giving them the tools and knowing what are those key measurements, right? So in CrossFit Training Manual, there's a great list of food there. And then online, there's a lot of really great resources for looking at food. Now, if you're eating packaged food, you have the one benefit of the packaged food in terms of that is it writes right on the package what the carbohydrate, fat, and the protein content are. The disadvantage of packaged food is you don't get to control those values, right? Often you will look at food and it is completely not in line with that 30, 40, 50% at all. And so you can use packaged food in your diet, you can make it work, but it takes a learning and understanding the system. So going back to the original question, there's resource sheets. There's sheets out there online. I've got them here in the corner at the gym. And there's great resource apps and things like that that'll tell you what's in a food. So if you want to look up what a block of protein is for chicken, it's 1 ounce. 1 ounce of chicken is good measure. Right? Broccoli is if you use 2 pounds of broccoli raw, and then you end up cooking it, it comes down to about a quarter. And then apricots is probably down to 3. So I think you would kind of also ask me a question of how do you block based on right? So understanding those portion sizes, when you start looking at those charts, you start to memorize it, just like anything that we get exposed to on a regular basis, and you start to fit it together. And so if you know that you're a 4-block person, and that 2 cups of raw broccoli is 1 block of carbohydrate, chances are you probably don't have 4 blocks of broccoli. 8 cups of broccoli. I don't think anyone's eating that.
No, we're not going to run around 8 fucking bags of broccoli. Like, no,
or what, right? Like, so you always hear me like, oh, chicken, broccoli, and rice. That's how you get fit. It's like, oh, no, maybe. But
that's cool. Just segueing into the middle. Fitness with the goals of this food. So bodybuilders, powerlifters, CrossFitters, Zumba, marathon, paleo, gymnastics.
Yeah.
Does this block work for all those goals?
Yeah, so basically, and I think we kind of skipped over one of the earlier questions too in this whole thing is how do you know what your blocking is, right? So basically, your blocking allotment is based on your goals. And that's the whole thing is making nutrition your goals. Right? You know, so many people are walking around eating blind. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, no, right?
So walking around eating blind, like they may be counting calories, but that calorie doesn't tell you what the breakdown of the protein, fat, and the carbs here. And that's important. Like most people, like you can't just count the calories. And the reason for that is a calorie is not a calorie. Like it doesn't break down to that of if you eat too many calories and don't exercise, you'll gain weight. It's actually not true. And a lot of that came from this discussion of a bomb calculator, which is basically where you put something in, you can find out its energy level and stuff, right? So X amount of fat is X amount of energy. And so, okay, well then that breaks down to this many calories. So if you eat this many calories, it'll turn into this much fat. That's not true. There's a really great study that was out there where they took that theory and wanted to blast it out because it's not true. So they took 500 extra calories of protein and gave that to one group. 500 calories of carbohydrate gave it to another group, and 500 calories of fat gave it to another group. And then all of these groups were really weight stable. They were on a really controlled diet, and all they did was introduce these 500 calories a day. So if the bomb powder theory and all of that works, and calorie is a calorie, then they all should have gained the exact same amount of weight. If they're all weight stable and you suddenly introduce 500 extra calories a day, it shouldn't matter what it was, they should all gain
That
weight.
outcome's the same.
And it so wasn't, which is really cool. So what they looked at was the protein people gained no weight, the fat people gained no weight, the carbohydrate people all gained weight. So eating blindly and counting calories is a bit of an issue, because if your calories are predominantly carbohydrate, there's a potential for weight issues, right? And the protein and fat, not so much. Going back to the goal-oriented eating, yes, the system will work for any goal, and it just allows you to control those things. Because do you need to gain weight? Do you need to gain muscle mass? Do you need to cut mass? Do you need to increase your energy? Are you training at one level and then going into a competition where suddenly there's going to be a lot more demand, right? So when you find out what balances you and what keeps you going at the rate that you're going, because most people are going to be on a regular training schedule, you're going to have regular demands, so you find out what block system works for them. What's the allotment? Are they 18 blocks a day, and that fuels them? They feel great. They can do everything that they need to do in training. They're resting well. Their body mass isn't changing up or down, but they're just really stable. And then you look at, okay, do we need to train harder? Okay, then we're going to need to fuel harder. So if we know how to tweak that up, we add in a few extra blocks, and then we assess again. Or is it a one-time event of, okay, you're going to go through 3 to 4 times your normal workout in one day. Let's get you some more fuel for that. Because if you're stable here with this much workout and we're going to expose you to 3 times that, it's not going to be enough. You're not going to have the fuel to last that at the high level that you're at. So it just gives you a way of.
Hey, I'll be right back. Keep on there, right?
Yeah. So it just gives you a metric that you can tweak again. We're wanting to tweak things to maximize performance. And if you're eating blindly and you don't know what it is that's going on, what do you tweak? You're guessing. And like in the rehab world, we've got the slogan of don't guess, assess.
Hold on. Chucky, you are terribly wrong. McDonald's is not the best meal. So thank you for that commentary. But hey, there we go. Can we fit Chucky's saying McDonald's?
Yeah.
Can we fit McDonald's in this and go destroy our block?
Okay, so here's the deal. You can. I get this question all the time, and I recently just had to block nachos for a client, which was a great experience because I was like, oh, you know what? I wonder if this is even going to work well. Is it going to be worth it? Is McDonald's worth it? So you can.
And this is by portion size. Is it worth it to have, like, Greg and I had a discussion earlier, and it was those veggie sticks. And Greg's like, yeah, you can fit 3 veggie sticks, but that's worth 8 of your carbohydrates, I believe.
Oh, the serving was 30, right?
30, yeah, 30.
It was 30 of them. And everyone's like, oh, those veggie sticks are, they're a bit salty, but they're way healthier than chips. They said, well, actually, look at the carbohydrate, because that's the important piece, not is it chip or is it vegetable?
Yeah.
Is it carbohydrate? Yes, it is, because that's the macronutrient. And 30 was a serving, and that was like 8 blocks.
8 blocks. So is that 30 worth 8 blocks?
And I've never seen anybody on an 8-block meal. So that means, okay, so
Yeah.
maybe like I'm on a 4-block meal. So I could have half of that and have no other carbohydrate. So I could have a couple of those straw sticks and then some fat and some protein.
Effective for energy.
Yeah, well, the energy is going to come from the carbo. It's going to be the same anyway, but it's just, am I going to feel great on that? And maybe I want more. Maybe I want to feel really full. But no, those sticks aren't great. So going to Chuck's question about the McDonald's, you can look at the nutritional value on their food because they have to provide that. And then you can look at, does that match? So if you're on a 3-block meal, then you know that your carbohydrate intake is going to be 9 times 3. You're going to have 3 times 7 for your protein and 3 times 3, right, for your fat. Chances are you're not going to find a McDonald's meal, like a burger, that fits that as is. So that's fine. Then we have to look at, well, how off is it? Is one, whatever burger you like or whatever chicken nuggets, how off is it? So you break down the carbohydrate, the fat, and the protein of it, block it out, and go, okay, these chicken nuggets are actually like 13 blocks worth of food. Okay, well then, are you allowed 3? Then do the math. Break down that serving that they just do down into 3 blocks worth. you're gonna look at it and probably go, no, it's not freaking worth it. When you can then look at some of the stuff that is posted up where you've got a nice cut of meat, you've got, you know, 3 different vegetables, however many vegetables you can do, and you've got your nuts or your whatever your salads, right? And it's like, this just looks better. Like, this is a full meal opposed to my wedge of my Big Mac. That's actually still really hard to balance, right? Like, it's tricky. You can do it, and I've done it for clients before. There are certain fast food places that are more in line with a whole block system or something, and then other places that are just, it's not worth it. Like I said, like, you end up cutting
It's an unsatisfying piece of garbage. That's not gonna. Well, it's gonna fuel
you because it's the macronutrients, right? It will fuel you.
Yeah.
It'll fuel you to the same amount of calories as the chicken and the whatever the other dish was, the soup that meatball soup that I have. It's the same amount of energy. The issue is when we start packing in a McDonald's burger that is ridiculously carbohydrate skewed, if that's the case, right? And we just talked about that study that said the carbohydrates is where you get into trouble. That's where you're going to gain your fat. The protein doesn't want to get out of the fat.
Which actually, this is that's perfect. Thank you, Chucky. Because a lot of people, they fear that eating well is going to cost too much. It's difficult because we're not buying packaged food. We're not getting the quick fixes. We're not going to the Subways for the Atkins diet. We're not being fast. So can people on a budget orientate their goals and get the proper nutrition at a budgeted cost that you cover under a budget?
Absolutely. Actually save people a lot of money, which is often the case. It does not have to cost a lot of money. I made a post a couple weeks, was it 2 weeks ago, with a whole freaking table full of meal prep, and it was like $63 or something. And that's going to fuel 2 adult humans for a week. So I guess it's all relative, right? Like if $64 a week is not within your budget, then that's an issue. Then we look and go, well, that's too expensive, right? And for those that $63 is, then it's on point, right? So it really depends on who the individual is. Could you do a week's worth of food for less than 64? Absolutely. And if you are somebody who knows how to, if you understand your blocks that you're on, you understand what foods, like what it takes of each food to make your block, and you know what foods you like, then you grab the flyer from whatever grocery store you use, look into there, and get the stuff that's on sale and block it appropriately. Like, you don't have to, you can still buy all the stuff that's on sale and make that stuff.
Make your blocks.
Yeah.
And that's a beauty thing that is really nice about zone opposed to being restricted, is that every diet fits into the zone.
Yeah.
You do the math, you measure properly, this is what I'm getting from you.
Yeah.
And then, so if my budget allows $50 a week, and
Easy.
Unfortunately Walmart is my only option,
Easy.
I can do this.
Yep.
Because the body still picks the fuel. So if you have 3 apricots and 3 handfuls of broccoli, the body is picking it up the exact same. So that's what we're talking about. So that Big Mac that we made into a sliver is the same as your 2 cups of broccoli and your starch or whatever. Yeah.
2 ounces of whatever.
Chicken. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can.
It's just going to feel way different.
Yeah.
In the body, right?
Yeah.
And that's the issue. Like this much food, you're going to still feel hungry. This much food, you're probably not going to feel hungry. You could even feel too full, and that's the other thing, right? Is sometimes you need to have your meals down. Like if I'm going to go eat a gymnastics, okay, I probably don't want multiple cups of broccoli and whatever else floating around. I'm going to choose, the smaller cuts of meat or the eggs. I'm going to choose the pickles and the apricots and the other stuff that I can take those, the sweet potato, things like that have a carbohydrate really fast without actually feeling too full.
Because we've all been there. We've all gone to a class, had a belly full of pasta, and halfway through a class, football game, we're hurling on the sidelines or hurling in the bucket. And I did that in my first Thai boxing class. I had a shepherd's pie, went into the class. Anaerobically, I'm really good and cardiovascular and I'm really good, but nope, I was up chucking. I had to bow every time I left the ring and throw up in the bucket, join the class, throw up. It was awful. So goals, food, they're the same. Bottom line, the biggest, most important part of anything is the nutrition, and that's why we're discussing this at length. So,
and going back, you can do it on a different budget. You can also do it in a different eating style, right? Are you paleo? Are you vegan? Are you everything? Are you whatever it is? Do you have an allergy? It's easy. We just work around all of it because you're just dealing with the actual the blocks, the actual building blocks of our energy, which is just the macronutrients. You can get those from anything, whether it's McDonald's or.
Don't do McDonald's. For the love of God, don't do McDonald's. Like, don't go down that dirty road. Enjoy your food. Make it a habit, and make your kitchen a fun place to hang out in. Make it efficient, which is a big thing I was reading up today. Is making your kitchen efficient. So you're not going through the drawers and searching through a million ladles, looking for your scale. And you get a scale that's very important because, like Greg said, the 1 ounce of chicken protein or any protein is 1 block.
For a bunch of them, some are 1.5 ounces, but most are either 1.5 or 1.
Okay. Oh, that brings me to a question that's not on here. Where is research material for people to read up on his own?
Oh, I'm very serious website.
Okay, very serious.
Yeah, he's got his own, his very serious website. So he's big on the Zone, and he's also big on fish oil and stuff. And then he also has the Zone website, and then the CrossFit Journal. There's all kinds of stuff. There's no shortage online. If people want to take their stuff, there's books. And I'm sure there's a million opinions right now that we said CrossFit, and everybody sees the memes of the skinny individual, and there's a powerlifter and a bodybuilder. I want you guys to watch Glassman, and the military, and I can speak from experience, is moving to the CrossFit philosophy and fitness, because what's the point of running Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5K, 10K, 5K, and then on Tuesday and Wednesday, lifting. We're going to be good at running, and we're going to be good at deadlifts. But when we combine the two, which is part of our job, is to be efficient at running, sprinting, lifting, our comrades on the ground, pushing, pulling, you will be good at one of 3 activities and not great together. You'll be hurling, like I just talked about, and you'll be out of breath, and you'll be like, why? I can run 10K in 48 minutes, and I can deadlift 315 pounds. Why can I not do this task? And the thing is incorporated all in high-intensity interval training together. And it's fun, and it's better than running 10K. It's better for your body. But if your gauge is VO2 max, this is actually really cool. Greg and I were talking about this. The average is no different. So if you want to go into that. Yeah, we were talking about VO2 maxes. When we were talking about metrics, what are things that you measure for fitness, right? If we're looking to put some sort of number to how much better are you, what are the numbers that people measure? So VO2 max is one that comes up a lot. It's a poor marker of overall fitness. It has its place. So if VO2 max is one of your metrics that you're obsessive with, not obsessive with, but just watching, right? There's one of my clients did an awesome research project for their master's where they had to take all of the VO2 max studies that they defined and break down to see what was the best, or was there a difference, what's happening with that. And basically at the end of his research, he said it's a 0.8 increase no matter what you do. Some will get you slightly better, some will get you not as much, but on average, if you're moving and exercising, you're getting a 0.8 increase in VO2 max throughout the month. So when it comes down to time management and stuff like that, if that's what your metric is that you're obsessed with, is VO2 max, then know that no matter what you do, you're going to get an increase. So if you're sensitive schedule-wise, if you don't have a lot of time, do short, intense workouts, and that's going to up your VO2 max. If you're retired or have tons of free time,
or you want to wake up at 4 in the morning,
and you don't like intensity, that's cool. Then go for the longer, low intensity stuff. You'll get this VO2 max of around 0.8 increase as well in 4 weeks. So knowing that helps manage your schedule, your fitness schedule. But it's finding that information, knowing that, right? Like what kind of programming do you want to be on?
And on the fact that knowing it, I I've literally been training since I was 8 years old playing football. I spent my entire life up until this journey of getting mentally healthy and physically healthy, just winging it. My intensity, so there's the pyramid, and nutrition is at the bottom, the most important. And at the top, there's gym and weightlifting. I spent all my intensity there and none of it, absolutely zero of it, on research. No mobilization, no nutrition. I was saying, oh, I'm getting my fruits, I'm getting my vegetables, I'm not eating out, and I'm getting protein, but my portions were too big or too small for my output, and my gains have been at best average. Yeah, average. I could be elite, and the way to get elite is by measuring and being precise with your diet. And
exercise, yeah. And measure everything. Everything you can, put a metric to it so that you can tweak.
And it sounds like a lot, and brings me to my next point, time management. So Greg is a super busy man. If you guys know him, if you're watching this right now, you know Greg is very, very busy. What tips for time management? Do you
have crap? Don't commit to crap. Like if you, look at stuff. Find stuff that you're passionate about. Find stuff that you are absolutely non-negotiable. Fit those in, and then cut out the TV if you're not really into the TV. Right? Don't do all the extra social stuff if it doesn't really help you with your goals. Like people just get caught up doing a bunch of crap that doesn't really help them. And I'm super busy. I'm super goal oriented. I'm super focused. Family stuff, like it's put that stuff in, and then just study the crap out of what it is that I assess over, which is movement. But I cut out a lot of extra stuff that I grew up with being conditioned to have in my life. And it just takes time to dissolve these things. But honestly, like it's not as hard as a lot of people to get out to be. Mm-hmm. But you do need to know what's mandatory. You do need to know what it is that's important to you, and you need to find a balance.
And journals. That's a big help. Everything I do, I write down, from meals, time. Big help is obviously Brittany. She does a lot of this admin for me because I'm really bad with time management. And like Greg said, like the unnecessaries. TV. Do you need to watch Housewives? Do you need to watch any of that? No. It's nice when you're done the work, and the work is prepping, living a healthy and fun life with your family, and gauge yourself appropriately. So let's have fun with our goals. Let's have realistic goals, and let's have those fantasy goals too. You have that end goal 5 years from now, and then small achievable goals throughout.
And if you want Housewives to be part of that, like if that's part, absolutely schedule it in, write it in, right? Like put it in as one of the metrics of did I get it?
Metrics, everything metrics. I love it. No, it's really good. And when I first met Greg, actually, it was Red House. We had our first interview, and I could tell right away, like, really focused. He had time. He was on time. It was beautiful. I said I had a short period of time because I'm sporadic, and I'm like the wind. I get an idea and I go with it right away. But I can tell Greg is really, really focused. So in your life, be focused. And it's going to be really helpful. And look at yourself in the mirror on that and say, I love me. It's a big thing, regardless. Feel good.
I think the other thing too is when you look at what are those non-negotiables, like food prep is a non-negotiable, right? The amount of energy that you put into that can be really on point, or it can be completely wasted time, right? Like, so if you, like for myself, I have a prep day on Sunday for food, so I kind of know what it is that I'm going to block out for the week. So I put in a couple hours on Sunday, and I put in heating up food time the rest of the week. So what does that just save me? That saves me having to decide what's like what meal am I going to make? Which one? Oh, I don't really want to do that one this night. Maybe I'll do that another night. Oh, maybe it's just easier to eat out. Oh, well, should I eat out? Okay, well maybe it's already done. Proteins are there, carbs are there, the fats are there. I walk in and every day I can pick whatever the heck I want. My son, I can just say, Gab, do you want onions? Yes. Do you want mushrooms? Yes. Do you want that? Just build his plate. Like, it's so awesome. It just takes a lot of the excess time wasting out of it. If that's a helpful way to do it. I'm not saying you have to have a prep day. Just be efficient with your time. Like if you know what your meal prep is and you want to cook every single night, that's cool. Like, do that too.
Yeah, make it
As long
fun.
as
It has to be
it's fun
fun.
and
Yeah.
efficient. But if you're floundering and wasting a lot of time, and when we look at kind of your schedule and go, you know what, a prep day makes sense for your life, and then you go, no, I don't really want to do that. I want to just waste the time throughout the week. Okay, then know that that's a choice that you've made. But don't then say you don't have enough time when you could. Because
Do that
rearrange
time,
things, you
yes.
make time. And you'll never find time. Like, and people always say, oh, I can't find the time for that. Nobody can find the time for anything. You never find time. You have to make it. You have to carve it out. You need to be committed to.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, no goals dropped on your lap, and no success is dropped on you. You have to make that yourself. Oh, here's Eric. Give Eric wave. He knows the cameras are on. That's funny. You out of here?
Yes.
See you, big man.
I'll wait for my dad.
Oh, awesome. Well, join. Sit here.
Yeah.
Got the young
Thanks,
blood. Give yourself a wave. You're on the.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh no, you're not. There it is. Nice. And that brings to the next one. For those who aren't goal orientated, how do you suggest achieving those goals, like, or creating the goals? Yeah. Well, like what? How do you get somebody who doesn't want to go into the gym, doesn't want to join sports, but they are tired of being complacent? How do we encourage those people around us that are complacent? How do we encourage them to be better?
Well, if they've already decided not to be complacent, that's huge. Like, congratulations right there.
Yeah,
Not
nice.
for identifying what you want to change. It's so much easier to work with somebody like that as opposed to like trying to make somebody change.
Yeah.
But goals, honestly, like if it's a fitness goal, I want to know, do they have any non-negotiables? Like military, like what's your role? What do you have to do? Right? Like that's a non-negotiable. So we need to make sure that that's accounted for. If you're just training,
What's up, big man?
just for fun, I want to know, what do you enjoy? Like, do you enjoy lifting heavy? Do you enjoy running? Do you like parkour? Do you want to do gymnastics moves? Do you have no idea? Right? Like that's, all of those are really different.
I'm going to say something. This is an opinion piece on that. Don't make the six-pack your idea. Please. It's a beautiful end goal, but if you want a six-pack, let's find a root cause. Is that root cause? I want a six-pack so I can climb a mountain, so I can run on the beach. Make that something. That's a fun, achievable goal. That's a totally opinionated piece, but don't make that your starter goal. Please. Don't make the vanity. The vanity is beautiful. That's a secondary to hard work, measuring, and being precise. But it's not, please don't make that the starting point. Make fun, family, and fitness the fun point. Like, I want to get up with zero pain and efficiently. That's fun. That's cool. Ever since I've been doing this and doing mobilization, I'm getting up. I'm squatting deeper. I'm holding. I'm doing fun pause squats. And fitness is more fun. I'm not going to the gym for the drive of the Arnie bump. I'm coming in the gym. I'm coming at home. I'm coming all the time. It's you know.
That's a shirt check.
Yeah.
Are those eyes bigger yet?
Yeah.
Are they bigger yet?
Yeah.
I just did more sit-ups, so they're bigger.
Yeah, like no. Like enjoy the gym and not rush it. The gym has saved my life countless times because it's a great place to get your energy out, negative and positive. Get the endorphins flowing. Get all the good and the bad either in or out of your life. So that's my opinion on six packs. They come with enjoying the gym. That's my opinion.
So go ahead and do the goals. Back to the goal.
Go back to the goal.
Staying on the goal.
Staying on the goal.
How do you help people find their goals, or how do you get them? So well, first you got to define, right? You need some sort of direction, whether it's fun, family, fitness. Heck, if it was the apps, right? You can make like.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So you need to find an endpoint, right? Okay, so here's that. So then you need to assess the current point. So then you know where you're at, because if you know where you're starting, you know where you're ending. It's just a path, and there's lots of different paths to that, right?
And they never end. The paths never end.
No, as long as you keep updating the goals, right?
Yeah. That makes it exciting too. It's beautiful.
Making it achievable, right? Like you set any goal you want, so then you start adding in these. So like, what are the progressions? What are the steps? How do we know that we're heading in the right direction, right? And then celebrating when you get there. And then making sure that the body's actually prepared for every step of the way. Like if somebody comes in today and says they want to do handstand push-ups on the rings because I saw your Facebook photo the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That's like, let's set that goal. There. We have a goal.
There it is. Right there.
Now, what do? We just go start banging them out? No, we got to assess, like, is that person ready? Like, where are you in this fast journey of handstand push-ups on the rings, right? Like, do you even know what
I can't even get my hand up this far.
Right. Are you that person that can't raise their arm up? Okay, we've got different work to do than the guy or girl that comes in and says, yeah, I've got 100 handstand push-ups.
Consecutive without kipping.
Yeah, on a Bosu ball.
Yeah.
I just have never done them on the rings. It's like, okay, the work for you is different than the person who can't raise their arm up. Both can get there. And the time frame wise, we can't judge the time frame. Like, it may take the person who's here may put in the work and actually get there before the person who was on the Bosu. It's probably not. But we can't dictate the time frame based on where they're at. Right away, we gotta see how they progress. Right, once you know the starting point, start dosing them over the work, and then seeing.
Big thing is dosing. Don't come in thinking there's 315 right off the bat. I see everybody bumping off 3 plates. I'm not going to touch 315. I'm going to dose it appropriately and start with my 135, my 95 pounds, and make it a fun journey to 315. And then once I touch 315, it's going to be mastered mentally and then physically. And then it's going to be lighter. And my new goal will be 4 plates aside. My new goal will be L-sit pull-ups, holding the plank for 10 minutes. Or what's the world record? You know the world record? I think it's 8 hours. 8 hours. And it was held by a Marine. It was held by a Marine, but an individual from China just beat him and held it for 8 hours. So holding the plank. Imagine that's your goal for 10 hours. You want to hold the plank for 10 hours. Woo! There you go. We got to dose food for energy for that long period of time.
Absolutely.
We have to get your joints healthy.
Can you make the shape?
Can you make the shape?
Like, how are your planks right now?
Yeah, is your spine straight, or your glutes flexed, or your toes driven into the ground? There's a lot of fun things, and that's fitness. Like even the bench.
Mentally.
Yeah, and mentally, like
long endurance stuff is so much mental. Like you can prepare all you want here, but if you can't focus for 10 hours,
game day,
something like that, it doesn't matter what we dose here. But yeah, dosing is important with anything, right? Like, you got to dose your nutrition appropriately. You got to dose the exercises, like the choice of exercise appropriately based on the body. You can dose the ability work appropriately and the weights and things like that, right? Like, any tissue has a capacity, and if you dose beyond that capacity, that's when you're into tissue breakdown. That's not necessarily productive. That's your injury stuff, right? So, injury happens when the dosing, the load is greater than the capacity. So we always want to find out, can we stay just under that and basically keep stimulating the DNA to say, hey, we need to be a better body than what we're at if we're going to be handling this stuff on a regular basis, right? But we don't want to dose you so high that it's like, oh, well, that was shitty. Yeah, I broke down. So it's the evolution, and that's why I like using the word evolution. I learned that from watching SEAL movies, and then SEAL Fit at the battalion. It's the next evolution. So the body is evolving to the next step and maintaining. So that's a fun word to use. I think it's evolving. So we're always and ever evolving. And if we're not, then we're in a senior's home or we're dead. That's it. Sad. Yeah. Now we rocked that. Boom. Goals. Feeling good. We're on track. I'm really excited. It's our first line. There's only been 2 major hiccups. One's early music was too loud, and my mic on first. But personal question to you. Yeah. Where did you get your passion? Passion for fitness and helping individuals. I really like this. I think this is a good question. Sure. I would say that helping individuals, I think I grew up with that. When I think back to like all the activities as kids and stuff like that, things I was exposed to, I think that was just part of my upbringing, was helping individuals. And then the passion for fitness was not, it came way later. Like, I was going to say I was a gamer. I still am a gamer, for those of you who know, like a massive gamer. But I'm also a father, I'm also a therapist, I'm also a trainer, like all of those things, and the gaming happens on the side there. So I didn't grow up, I did a lot of sports. I was not good at really any of them. I just did them. And did a little bit of gymnastics, like when I was really young, maybe like 1 or 2 sessions, like multi-week sessions, a little bit of tennis, I don't know, just a bunch of like random stuff. But I got really passionate about being a therapist once I learned my trade and got into that. And I started looking at like, why are there so many people that need my profession? And it's like, oh, okay, I need to look at like why they're showing up here. Oh, it's like movement issues. The majority of it is like people getting injured or not moving enough. Okay, so I started looking at movement systems, and I think it was, I can't remember if it was FRC first or if it was MoveNat. Something caught my attention, and I just got like obsessed with like, oh, like, that's really cool. This is some really cool movement that's not just like the traditional stuff that I've experienced as on sport. And then
just so the people, the good people out there, what is FRC and what is
functional range condition? It's like the multiple health systems that I've experienced so far. It's the total game changer. It's the one that no, I was doing movement stuff before FRC, and then FRC gave me like the tool that I use with every single person now.
A really cool moment.
And what it taught me was all of the systems that I studied. If you're playing soccer, you're a martial artist of whatever, you're a yoga practitioner, or whatever your thing is that you study, is just a really, really restricted version of being like a human. Right? It's like we're going to take all of the potential combinations of every articulation that a human body could do, and we're going to teach you to do this many of them, and we're going to call this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And then we're going to take the body again, and we're going to bring you down to this, and this is yoga. But even within yoga, this is Ashtanga yoga, and then this is a different one, and then this is what gymnastics is. So all it is, like all these systems that people study are just like really restricted versions, and it's not bad. Like I say restricted, not in a negative way. It's just a very specialized thing. And then you look at like the same things actually show up. Doing our podcast.
Woo!
Hold on, you want to get in the thing? This is Lazy.
Hi, everybody.
Cool.
Yeah, so really specialized combinations of articulation is basically what you're doing. And then you put rules around it too that are not articular based, like if there's a point system or is there a time restraint or things like that, right? And then after FRC, like I realized like it's a pure mobility training. It's, how can I make my elbow be a better elbow? How can I make my wrist be a kick-ass wrist? How can I make every articulation of my spine move under control? Like it's so much about like, don't care what you do with the body, just train the body to move and then go do whatever it is that you want to do. And so I learned FRC and I was like, holy shit, and I've got a blueprint of like training the body. And then
which relates to everything, which is really cool.
Like this is, like I had studied circus, I had studied some martial arts, like studying a bunch of different stuff. And it's like, everybody had what got them better at their one piece. Like, and some systems were better at it than others. Like my parkour training, when I went through that, the coaching, like the mobility stuff was really poor. Like lots of other great things from that training, but like.
And everybody can relate. Football, what do we do at the very beginning? 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. Army, first thing on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. 1. We're going to 15 seconds to 10 seconds. And then we say, okay, we're done that workout, strenuous workout, whatever it was. And it's like, okay, stretch on your own time. Did any of us stretch on our own time? You could name one person who did. And it was me at the beginning, and then I stopped because I wanted to shower, eat breakfast with my friends, and go out. So mobility in all sports is restricted to your specific physical activity and not before or rehab.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the case on most. And
yes,
I see it with my teens, like, and that's the unfortunate thing. Like, I don't think I've ever treated a teen in the clinic who's come in with a dedicated stretching or mobility practice that they were taught.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Like, throw strap around.
Yeah. Rooms.
My mobility. Yeah, I rolled on my foam roller for my IT band. It's still super tight, so sweet, super effective. Clearly. Yeah. So it's So once I learned FRC, it was like intense. It was just like, this is it. Like I am heading down this road of like I'm gonna get mobility to anybody. So I've taught in all kinds of different realms of stuff that I don't even know, like the system. Like I could walk into a football, I don't know the positions. I don't watch a lot of sports actually at all. So I actually don't know the rules of the system. But if the coach is there saying that guy needs to be able to do this and he can't for some reason, it's like, oh, sweet, I can tell you exactly why he can't do that. And I can tell you not just why he can't do it, but actually how to fix it too, because that's the whole point. Like, that's why I'm here is to help you learn how to fix these guys. But the issue for him is not the same issue for him, right? And even though it's maybe the same position, he can't squat, cool. It's because his ankles don't dorsiflex, and it's because this guy doesn't have a regressed angular control of his anterior hip. Two totally different issues. They both present the same. They both look really shitty.
Yes.
But you can't dose him with the same movement as him.
All guilty.
You can't foam roll this guy better. You can't foam roll that guy better. And you also can't yell at this guy, get deeper. Like a verbal cue for a guy who can't physically make the shape is a verbal cue that doesn't land. If you see and you assess him and you're like, oh, everything's good, your dorsiflexion's good, like you just don't know your position because I haven't put you in front of a mirror. But yeah, verbal cue, highlight to that guy, do it better, or give him a tactile cue. But if his dorsiflexion is stuck at 96 degrees and that's it, all right, cool. Like,
Stop yelling. Yeah.
Don't yell at
Do
the
some
guy
work.
anymore,
Do
'cause
some work.
He's real tired of failing the verbal cues, and that's ultimately that's huge on the athletes at the psyche too. Is like if the coach is yelling at them like, do this better, and they're like, coach, I can't. It's like, well, then just do it better. Guys like, well, like I'm frustrated.
And I see that all the
progressing.
time. I see that all the time.
Coach is yelling at me. I can't do what it is that he wants me to do. Like that's not a winning situation at all.
And that's one of the things that and why I started, Greg and I started as co-host this podcast. We want to change how people think. Look at the problem, and we had an example 2 days ago or a week ago at the gym. Two individuals, same exercises, both relatively failing at the same period of time during physical training, pull-ups, push-ups, air squats, deadlifts, ab mats, sit-ups.
Both were toast.
Both were toast, approximately at the same time. But one recovered and rallied during the sprints at the end, and the other could not. So at the fourth quarter of a football game, or the fourth inning, the ninth inning, the ninth hole, the 18th hole, which person are you going to use? The one that could rally or the one that doesn't? So if a coach understands his limitations of his players, he's going to put in the right people at the right time, or in a police unit, military unit, ambulance unit. This person will be effective in this scenario. Neither one, there's not one that is better than another. It's which one do I play at the right time. And that's, Greg and I want to really hone that down. We're going to work a lot, and I think it's a fun passion. And we want to get down.
It's so cool, right? Like seeing those guys. Like if we say we encounter to a football game or something like that, right? Like there's so many different styles of running a play, right? You can play a really grunt.
Yeah, West Coast football. West Coast football.
Or you can play a really fast game. So when we kind of like say we take both these athletes and put them in that football frame, right? We saw them both breaking down around the same time. We saw them both looking the same.
Yeah, 100%.
Both on the ground going like,
I can't do
more?
this. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, last thing is a sprint. Go. One guy's like, oh, he rallied. He's like, I used to do a lot of track and field.
Yeah, as he ran, he yelled at it. I didn't know they were track and field. And he was already gone.
And he was gone. And the other guy's like, and then they were both gone. It's like, okay, like that's really cool information. Like if a coach knows that, right? If you go back to the football and you're right at the end and both guys are close, but you know this guy can rally for something fast. Play a fast game.
Yeah.
Don't then put them both in and go, okay, grind it out, like play a strength game, because they're both close.
Yeah.
So knowing that this guy will rally, you, as a coach, is like really cool, because then you can switch up the play and go, we're gonna play a really fast one. We're gonna get it to him because you're all toast, but I know he'll get down there really freaking fast. Because I've seen it in the lab, in the gym.
Yeah, in
right?
a controlled setting.
In a controlled setting, you've seen that happen, and that feedback's been shared.
And then the stress if the coach goes down. So he's not yelling at all his players, being like, come on, rally!
Yeah.
And he doesn't know that 90% of his team doesn't have the capacity to rally.
Yeah.
Like you haven't trained it, and at this stage of their life, there's no rally. So change the way change the game.
Change the way you're gonna use your athletes when you understand what their capacities are, both in those, like in that situation it was a really like heavy movement or heavy
Yeah, we hit them
resistance,
hard.
and then something really light. And it's just really cool to see when people use that information.
This cues into this is beautiful. I'm really pleased with what's happening. I hope you guys learn a lot. But what kind of tools? Because we talked about mobility when we left to the data. But what kind of tools can we use to improve? I'm going to use two examples: shoulder mobility, which a lot of people restrict, and the dorsiflexion, which is right there, ankle.
Going into this plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. Dorsiflexion is big for your squat.
Yes, and that was my weakness and my hip. I'm working on that.
Yeah.
What tools do we?
What tools?
Yeah, what tools?
Foam roller is the only thing you'll ever need for all mobility.
You've heard it right here, the foam roller. Only use that.
You know what you need?
No.
You need knowledge of the individual that you're trying to fix, right? Whether that's yourself or somebody else. You need to know, you need to have a system in place that you can assess and understand why is it that they can't do that, right? So I've been lucky enough to train a lot, and FRC has really guided that piece, and that's the stuff that I'm really excited. Like with the seminar that we're going to be running, like that's what I want to be sharing is giving you guys tools for assessing. October 16th.
October 16th at the Iron King.
Yeah, we still have a few openings left. There is still registration on the website, so people
Shameless
want to
plug.
go.
Yeah.
So, not shameless.
No, it's not.
Oh no, it is shameless.
It is
Not
shameful.
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 Yeah,
Shameless.
Anyway, yeah. So fix your dorsiflexion. You need to know what the issue is. Are you somebody that tries to go into dorsiflexion and you can't make that stick, right? Like if you don't have that much dorsiflexion and that's what you need.
There we go. And we're talking right here. Yeah, there it is.
Right. So are you somebody that when they try that test is this? Cool. Your squat is going to look really different, and a lot of your movements are going to be really tough.
The beginning of this used to be my end. Rock.
Right? Like that's going to be really tough. Whereas like a distal squat, person here can't distal squat, person here distal squat. So so you want to fix it. Well, you need to know what's happening. Like if somebody goes into it, are they getting a pinch here, or are they getting a wicked calf stretch? Because what you do with both of those are going to be completely different.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
And so the answer is like, what tools can we use? Honestly, it's knowledge of anatomy and it's knowledge of what types of restrictions can a tissue or a nervous system produce, and then what do you do with that? Like that's the biggest thing that I see missing, and that's the stuff that I do now is teach that is what types of restrictions can be in place, and then how does that relate to people's specific movement goals and their training. That's why I brought it in.
And make movement goals your goals in fitness. I swear to you, it's going to improve everything. No, not that. I'm going to stick with that. If you can't sit, and I'm going to say this, Afghanis, if you're watching and you're from Afghan descent, you have your culture allows you to sit better than North Americans because you don't sit in chairs all day. They sit, they pop a perfect squat. They're building mud hut walls, and the one person is sitting like a crow perfectly at the bottom of the squat all day, and he's placing the mortar down on the mud huts, building walls all day. Their bathrooms, they don't have toilets. They do have toilets, correction, but the class system, the lower classes, and a lot of the toilets that I use had no toilet seats. It's foot grooves so you don't slip, and then you pop a squat, and that's culturally they're washrooms, which is fine, but everything about them is mobility in that. But you ask them to
he's using it every day, right?
Yeah, every day. And you don't see a lot of big guys. Yeah, and you see North Americans. We're really tight hip flexors. We're really tight butts. Yeah, not yours. But we can we dwarf the majority of Afghans. I felt like a Terminator when I was overseas. I was taller than all of them. I was bigger than all of them. Big kid and stronger, physically stronger. But I can't go in the range of motion. So if we combine the two, I become stronger. So adapt and overcome is a big thing. You guys out of here? How was your workout? Awesome. Awesome. You feel good? I see the sweat. I like that. Awesome. See you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, so tools. Honestly, if it's the tools that I end up using a lot with people are going to be, if it is a joint restriction, we're going to use strength bands because basically if you don't have the option to have somebody mobilize the joint for you all the time, you need to create something that's going to give you that type of stimulus to your tissues. So the strength belts are going to provide a lot of traction. The voodoo bands are great for creating a lot of tissue shear and gapping of the joint. So those are the really tight wraps. And then lacrosse ball or tennis ball is really good for helping to teach the nervous system. And then resistance, isometric resistance on whatever the hell you can push into, whether it's a chair, whether it's a bar or something like that, your own style.
Your own.
Yeah.
Push, 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 push. Release. If it falls, you know you have a problem.
Yeah, right. Like that's where you're assessing what's your passive range in that position, right? And that's where your actual active range is. If you can pull up higher and you let go and there's a drop, you're missing stuff. Like you have more hip, but you're like, why hit that? Learn to control that, so then that way that's going to help you at the bottom of your squat.
How was your workout?
Thanks.
Good, awesome. Was my writing legible?
Sorry.
Was my writing legible?
Most of it, I had to ask a couple of questions, but and I read one part wrong completely, but that's okay. But I think that
It's all
went.
good.
Good, awesome, cool. See ya. Okay,
And
so
then, then as a therapist, I get access to a bunch of really cool tools too that I use based on what the issue is. Whether it's a nervous system thing, whether it's a tissue thing, whether it's a joint thing. So, yeah, there's lots of tools, but there's
so if this was fancy, I would say knowledge is power. It'd be the reading rainbow. Ooh, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
That's the biggest tool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
learn what an articulation is supposed to do, what is capable of, and then assess yours or your clients to see are they there. And also the average, I would not go by like necessarily textbook average. I like to hold people up to a higher standard of like, I'm gonna look at the contortionists, the circus people, the gymnasts. I'm gonna look at the people that are like
Masters,
rocking
yeah.
range of motion, because I don't want, like, if I had to go on average from what I saw, average is shit. Like average in the clinic is, and even in the gym,
Yes.
average is not okay. Like
No,
that's
I'm average in the flow. For sure.
yeah, don't set up. Now, if an average goal, is better than where you're at, sweet, it's on the way.
Hit it.
But set the goal as circus freak, awesome.
Yes.
And then if you end up anywhere along that line, you're just gonna keep helping yourself.
And you may ask, like, why should I go through all this work? We prevent injuries. We fix injuries, and we understand our body, and we can help. And through that understanding, prevent more injuries. So if during my descent of my squat, I feel something immediately, I can either safely bail out of my squat or stop, pause, assess the situation, get back up, and safely rack it before going all the way down to collapse. So then we have a better understanding of our incredible machine that is our body, and we can feel everything. So that's my end goal, is to start feeling how I operate better.
The other thing is it just helps with like opening up your potentials for what you want to train at, right? Like the person who's got this arm and who wants to handstand, like their heart is set on handstanding, is going to be really compromised handstanding, so you're going to have to go through their low back. So when you start fixing those articulations, you start opening up the potentials, and sometimes those goals, like what they're trying to get to, they physically can't do yet, body-wise. So you have the goal of fixing the shoulder, or you've got the option of just throwing them through handstands, and that's unfortunately what you see a lot of people, not necessarily just handstands. Like, you can't squat, let's throw a bar on, and the weight's going to push you down low anyway.
Yeah, that was what I did that with myself. I was like, I can't squat without the bar.
Yeah.
And then I put the bar on, and I have to put on 2-3 plates before I get even close to that.
I need this much force to cram my body into the shape, and it's like, sweet, so that doesn't transfer to unloaded. And if you're using that much weight, you're probably injuring something. Like something's going to be pinching. Especially if you tell me, yeah, it pinches right here. Sweet, throw a load on that, and that's really going to load that joint on joint. Like when you've got your hip X-rays later, and they're showing that there's some
Insert sarcasm.
osteoarthritis in there.
Yeah.
It's like, sweet, that's what that'll get you.
Yeah.
So
So understand knowledge.
yeah, and then and also if you're struggling with a move that you're trying to train and it's not progressing well, it's probably a mobility issue. Like it's one thing to, like if you're trying to train up the strength, like the weighted component of it, and that, like that's a different grind. That's just upping the weight as you go. But if you can't even learn the shape or that movement, and it's everybody else is around you getting it, there's a good chance that you're struggling with some sort of mobility issue that's actually restricting you from hitting what it is that makes that shape work. What makes a pistol squat work is a ton of dorsiflexion and being able to hold your anterior hip and pull over the front of your shin. that's what gives you a perch. If you can't hit those, and you keep sitting down and falling backwards, or you can't dorsiflex. Like, there's no pistol spot that's ever going to happen with that ankle that doesn't dorsiflex. So that and you can keep yelling at that person, do it better.
Yes.
Or you could just keep putting them on a pole and getting them to lower and come back up. But if you don't fix the ankle, they're forever going to need that support. And it's just like then you kind of cap the progression. Like, you get frustrated.
And a big thing too with that frustration, don't cop out as a fire team partner. Don't cop out as your workout partner and say mobilize on your own. Like, take the time and fix it. You've entered this world of physical training. Take the time. Be passionate about it and help people out. Don't just say, oh, yeah, it's a mobile issue, stretch it out. Well, what am I stretching? Forever, this would be, stretch it out. Oh, my hamstrings.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I got my palms all the way down to the ground. I'm really flexible. Because that's all I ever learned was the touch your toes.
Yeah.
Touch your toes. Huh?
That's so not it.
That's not it. So, and you know what? If you don't have access to trainers or even knowledgeable people around you, YouTube, man. YouTube it. Like,
Or email us.
There, boom, email us. There it is. Sorry.
Email knowledgeable people.
Yeah, email knowledgeable people, and then especially for us because we care, and that's a big thing. It's like I really want everybody to not go through 26 years of putting more weight on to get lower, because it hurts. It hurts. But next segue, I think this is cool. Speaking of weights and gyms, what gym would you like to go to? One gym you can go to. Which gym would you go to? Not including the Iron King, of course.
The new Iron King locations.
That's right.
No, honestly, I have a huge gym crush on Human 2.0 in Ottawa. I've been there. I've been lucky to be there once for a handstand certification through Deep Flying Fitness. Cool. By the way, shout out to them if you want any kind of circuitry training in the gym setting. Deep Flying Fitness, they're great. That's their gig, is taking circuits and bringing it to gyms so people can train.
Awesome. Which is it's fun. It's every muscle.
Yeah,
it's totally big.
Awesome. And they have really good curriculums. They've two of them. Andy and Dwayne have put in a lot of good energy into making some really cool manuals and training. But anyway, so I had the pleasure of meeting them and training at the facility that they were hosting, or that they were being hosted at, which is Human 2.0. So that's in Ottawa. It is a clinic. It's a gym. Chris is an orthopedic surgeon, and he put that together. I don't know all of the inner workings, like business partner wise and things like that. I know Chris, and I know Basil is one of the massage therapists there. He taught me at school, and I met a bunch of the trainers while we were there. And it's a really cool setup of clinic up front. And what do you want?
Yeah, a little stand.
We need something.
We need something.
Here,
The phone is dying.
Well, the
So I have to plug it
PS4
in.
remote help.
There we go.
Yeah, so Human 2.0 is really cool with the gym and then the gym in the back and with a bit of clinic mixed into it, and then a clinic up at the front. And I'm actually looking forward to going back there. FR is doing, I think Upper Limb is going to be there in December for the FR stuff, which is the manual therapy component of FRC. So I actually do get to go back to
2.0. Sweet. I love the name too.
Yeah.
I love the name.
And yourself?
Oh, that's easy. Right now, I have a huge obsession with weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting, and I want to go to North Carolina. It's grungy. It's super dirty looking, but all the athletes there work together, and I can't be alone. That's my thing, like brotherhood and sisterhood, and these individuals are just grinding it out, and they're doing the Bulgarian style of lifting, always going for maxes, and it's terrifying and it's scary, but they're doing it together, and I really like that old school feel, and that's what I base my gym off of Battalion Gym, 2VP. Shout out to my boys, because it's just functional, it's fun, and we all cheer each other on. So I want to give that to the people, but North Cal is just like that, and it looks beautiful.
I also went to San Francisco for CrossFit.
Why San Francisco?
That's where
The games are?
no, that's where Kelly Starrett is, and Carl Pally was there. He actually just left recently. I the honor of working with him
Oh,
not too
cool.
long ago, and then he was saying that. But yeah, I would live there, like to be with Kelly Starrett and that group.
Nice.
They're putting out a lot of really good stuff, and it would just be cool to. I love their setup. Like when I see the videos, it's
Yeah,
so
it's
cool.
cool.
And also just to meet the people that are really doing some really
Yeah,
cool work.
and that's the thing. Hang out with people that are passionate, same passions.
Find out like who you keep looking up on YouTube and go and actually train with them. Like
Yeah,
if you're an
well-
Elo Portal fan, save up, book a course, go and train with them.
Yeah, see, that's a great. Yeah, thank you. That's
Honestly,
awesome.
like that's
Yeah.
what I've been doing. Like when I saw movement, it was just like watching videos and videos and videos. It was like, why don't I just go train this?
Mhm.
Like why don't I actually get like certified in teaching this, and then training with Andreo for FRC, and then we brought up like other people came into the FRC family, like Judy Nielsen and Hunter Fitness, and then it's like, damn, these guys are monsters already. Then you give them this system, and they're even more
Efficient.
more so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like, wow, when are they going to be? Like, where are they? Where are they training? And so like when Kin Stretch came up, right? And I found out that Dewey's helping teach it.
That's
Hunter's
in
going to be there.
Toronto?
No, the Kin Stretch was at Nike headquarters. So I
Ooh.
did that for the launch. It was like,
Nice.
well, A, I want to be there for the material, but B, I want to be around these people that I follow. Like, surround yourself with people that motivate you and
Yes.
that you can learn from, and that you could maybe even teach to, like share knowledge. But
Yeah.
find out who you're.
Yeah. Share knowledge. That's a big thing. Like I really agree with that. Share knowledge, share experience. So it's not. Yeah. Don't keep it secret. It's there's no point in that because we're on this earth together. So let's make this earth bearable. Make this earth fun. And let's build a fitter you. And I like that name, you 2.0. Let's get better. Let's evolve spiritually, mentally, physically, and by spiritually, whatever denomination. I myself don't have a denomination because I just believe in being a good human being. So that's political talk. That's Arthur's like podcast. We're not getting into that now.
But sharing, right? That's a big thing. We have different options or different opportunities, and it'll take different stages of our life, and then just being able to share that, like the seminar. The plug for it a little bit, but just like taking like, here's 10 years of fixing people, and close to 10 years of training with some really top-notch people
And intent and purpose.
And let's boil this down into 4 hours. I just want to share stuff. I want to share the stuff that's totally like made me the trainer that I am. And that's what we do here Monday nights, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
Working with clients, and then financial exchange is done, right? Like there's no exchange for the knowledge that's being shared, right? Like when we're just messing around on the reins, like you have people that want to learn it, sure, let's like share.
Bring it in.
Like let's just have fun.
Let's share for each other.
And you got something to show me? Absolutely, I want to learn. Like I work here, and I'm still a student of life. Like
Yes.
you have something to show me? I want that for sure.
And that's neat because I said this before I opened Iron King. This is my university. I'm learning every day and I'm getting more knowledgeable in life, and I'm reading more and I'm looking things up more, and I'm activating the mind. But forever, the gym is my university. Physical fitness is my university, and every person has something, regardless of and take away, strip the weights. And it's the movement. I call it, it's an art. Everything is beautiful that is physical fitness. It's a beautiful art to make yourself evolve and those around you evolve and like themselves better. And for that, I think that's more valuable than anything. And
it's not even the beauty in like a well executed, say, muscle up. Like you nailed the move. There's no the move, but like when you see people struggling or like, learning a new movement and it looks ugly as hell, like that's beautiful.
It is.
Like, it's actually really cool to see because it's just a piece of that journey.
Yeah.
And it's like super cool to see.
And you're part of that. And
And-
you've created that culture.
Yeah, and you get to offer some information. You get to learn information. You may have a wicked cue that you think, oh, this is gonna nail it. You give it to them, and the person just doesn't get better. And you're like, oh, I got a chance to learn from that. Like what I thought was this holy grail of
The whole
like actually flopped, and they actually problem solved it themselves, and I just learned. I got to watch them.
And then you learn to cue that they give themselves.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right.
Boom.
So like when you're saying like this is your university, yeah, like you're gonna learn from everybody. You're gonna share information, pick up information, just grow.
Yeah, just grow. All right, I'm gonna finish off because we have lost a minute. What is your favorite? But I just hit this. This is hypocritical because it's all in art. But what's your favorite movement? Exercise. What's the one movement that you love beyond all of those? Mine's the squat right now. I'm learning. I can say this because I suck at the squat so much. I'm awful at the squat. It's literally my favorite movement. I do it every day to master it. I air squat every day. I do something every day. I sit, like I'll push this table out and I sit in the bottom squat position and I try to get everything in line because I want to be able to snatch one day. And then beautiful. I want to look like Kalishnikov. That's not his name. Krokov, the Russian superstar, the phenom. Beautiful. He's pause snatching 400 pounds and throwing it over his head. That's incredible. So that's my favorite movement.
There you go.
Squat.
It's a squat.
You have one? Or is Greg?
I love all movements.
Okay, so Greg
I would say I'm really focused on getting a really solid forward fold. So right now I would say it's not my favorite, but I want it. I'm goal oriented. I pick a movement that I can't do, and like I know how to get it. That's the beauty of like having that knowledge of like what range am I missing. Like I don't have a beautiful forward fold, like a nice yoga kind of hands down, and then transferring that up to a non-passive position, right? I'm doing it all active. It's like I want that position. I'm going after it. I know how to get it. And I'm putting in time for that. So like, I may get it and then go, okay, I'm done. Like, now I can use that range for a bunch of other things. And is it going to be my favorite afterwards? Probably. I don't know. I don't think so.
No,
but it's goal oriented. I want to get it though because it's going to help. It's going to help my rings. It's going to help my parallettes. It's going to help my so many movements. It's going to help getting that nice hamstring length. It's not actually about the length, but
what? It's not about the length. You can't stretch it.
You can, but it's
not.
No, it's
sarcasm.
Yeah. By the way, if you have tight hamstrings, you don't need longer hamstrings. Like it's not about making it longer. You don't have short hamstrings unless you got a surgical intervention where you had X amount of hamstrings. Somebody went in and
cut it
and then actually
sewed
it. Sorry, your hamstring's now 3 inches shorter. It's gonna feel real tight for long. If you've grown up totally fine and you've been moving, you have tight hamstrings. It's not because it's short. You got another issue, and then we can deal with that. But it's not a shortness.
Cool. Well, on that, I was going to talk about gyms, Canada versus Afghanistan, but we're super blessed here. We're super shitty there. That's the bottom line. So I'm confident. I think this is a beautiful podcast.
Could I not necessarily Afghanistan, but a buddy of mine does rock climbing, and he went to, where did he go? I want to say Turkey, but somewhere else. Can't remember. Anyway, so he climbs here in Kingston. He heard about this rock climbing place where he was in this really kind of rundown place that he was staying at. He was doing some journalism, and he's like, I'm gonna go. So it's back alley, no signage. You just have to know it's there. It ends up being
top secret.
A door that was left open with a rock under, and he's like, oh, cool, but this is the spot. So he goes in, and it's very, very small. They have rocks up the wall. It's probably a bit higher than this, but it's like a rectangle. Cut off half of that. It was really quite small. And there's this old guy sitting in a chair with this dollar store laser pointer, and that's it. There's no climbing equipment to rent. That's it. It's just bouldering up, and he sits there in the chair, and nothing's rooted, and he sits there with the laser pointer, and he just tells everywhere where to go mid-climb, and the place was rocking. He said it was packed.
Whoa.
He's it was super weird to go into a gym that had nothing but this old guy sitting in a rocking chair with a laser pointer and really kind of shitty holds thrown up in a wall that's is it going to come down on me? Everybody's there learning. Everybody's climbing. The guy didn't even say anything the whole time. He just sits there with the laser pointer. And he's like, relax.
Cool.
He learned a lot. He got to see people doing stuff, even on what he felt was a rather small climb, doing stuff that he's I wouldn't have even thought of doing it that way or trying that. And he just said it was a really cool experience going somewhere that was less fortunate, but they were there for the movement. They were there to rock climb. Somebody had enough holds and a laser pointer. That's all you needed. he loved it, and he speaks very fondly of the whole experience. And it's like, yeah, like super blessed to be here with you, and super blessed to also go and experience stuff that's totally different, and like pick it up and go, wow, like that was
That
rocking.
was fun.
Yeah.
And you learned something. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes podcast number 1.
Yeah.
The
I hope
very
everybody
first
liked it.
I hope. I
What are
hope
the
you.
comments?
I hope you liked it. I think we got quite a few. This is the most.
And if you
I've gotten.
didn't, we want to know that too. Like we want
Yes.
feedback. Feedback helps us grow.
Yes.
We want the good, the bad, the ugly, the everything. Like, there's no point in not. We're not gonna
Yeah.
take it personally. Like this
No.
is our first one. Like we need to.
Yeah, we have.
We clearly need to sort out the mic situation. We need to sort out, lots of stuff. But this is a fun trial run,
Yeah.
and
And it's a passion. I really love sharing.
it's just another medium of sharing knowledge and laughter,
Yeah, cool
and
stories.
picking stuff up.
Putting it
Yeah.
down.
So give us feedback either in the comments or message us or tell us when you're here or whatever.
Yeah.
But help us grow so we can reach more people
Awesome.
and have fun.
So signing out. One community, one family. Let's make this place better. So,
And a seminar.
and it's, seminar. Go check out the seminar. Check out the webpage, and we're gonna end cast on this. Boom. And so goodbye podcast. Goodbye. Boom. We're ending that, and then thank you for everything. Thank you for paying attention. I love you all. One family.
See you later.
See you later. Sorry, I should have let you. Oh, you got this one.
Yeah, we got that one.
Yeah, you got on.
We got more.
Yeah, we got this one. This one was a trial.